going on, everybody? Welcome inside the Mayo Media Network. It's another edition of Best Bets with Matt Best here for your Sunday slate of pretty much anything and everything that's going around in the world of sports. But before we get going, we need you to smash that subscribe button in the bottom right. We need you to hit the like button, leave a comment of your favorite bet of the day. And if you're listening to us on any audio podcast version, go ahead and rate us 5 stars, leave a review, and stuff your email and Twitter username in there as well, because you never know when Pat is going to give away money. He just does it like crazy, and it's fantastic for the community. And you just don't want to miss that. So let's recap last week before we dive into this week. Last week, 3 for 4, not too bad. The couple props I gave out for 100 Thieves, we gave out the first Tower and the first Dragon. 100 Thieves fell behind right from the get-go. They did get the first Tower, which was kind of lucky, but the Dragon they missed out on. And then over on the ice, we got the Philadelphia Flyers money line and puck line. So 3 for 4 last week, not bad. A pretty good bounce back from the first week of the debut of the show. But let's try to keep things rolling here. And we're going to start on the ice again, because why not? Let's go right to the Predators and the Dallas Stars. And if you didn't know, part of my other job is I am a host, hosting a podcast about the Nashville Predators, and let me tell you, they stink. They're bad. They're not great. I can't say it on that podcast, but I can say it here. They're fucking terrible. They're not good whatsoever. At the time of recording, Dallas is up 2-0 against the Blue Jackets, but honestly, that doesn't matter to me. They could lose this game to the Blue Jackets, and I would still go and pick the Stars in the next game. For the Predators, there's no UC Saros in net as of now. He's still dealing with a concussion or an upper body injury after taking a hit from Nino Niederreiter. The Predators, if your name isn't Tolvanen or Forsberg, you're likely not generating any offense whatsoever. Roman Josi had one of the worst games that I've seen Roman Josi ever play. And it also hurts him that he can't find a consistent D partner with Ryan Ellis being on the shelf. You're getting Alexander Carrier on there. You're getting just a slew of different people, not to mention Ben Harper's getting time in the top 4. The Predators are a mess, and they need to start waving that white flag and start the rebuild. However, if you're going to give me the Stars at minus 137, I'm going to take them all day long. For the Predators, Pekka Rinne was in net for their last game. He's not the problem with the Preds, but he's certainly not part of the solution right now. It's likely that Kazimir Kaskisuo is going to start for the Predators. At the time of recording, that is not confirmed. But Kaskisuo is a career AHL goaltender, had one start a year ago for the Maple Leafs, and that didn't go well. I think it was 2 years ago for the Maple Leafs against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Got absolutely shelled. Great guy on social media and knows what he's doing post-career, but not an NHL goaltender whatsoever. And not to mention, this is a back-to-back for both teams, but Dallas does get to stay home, whereas the Nashville Predators have to go from Florida right over to Dallas just in one day on a back-to-back. I know a lot of teams are facing it this year, but for the Predators, yeah, you just want all the advantages possible, and they simply do not look good. So my bet for this game, give me the Stars on the money line. Give me them on the puck line as well. We'll double dip here. We've got some shot props for you as well. Now, if you're not listening to the Fantasy Hockey Picks and Bets show, I don't know what you're doing, because Chris Meany is basically giving you free money each and every single week. If you follow Pat on Twitter, I'm sure you've seen all of the screenshots of Meany making people money. And we're going to try and follow in Mean's footsteps here. And we're going to go with some of his favorites and some of my favorites and play them all together. And we're going to start with a guy named Anders Lee playing for the New York Islanders. And for me, Anders Lee is a guy that is quite often disrespected by people in the NHL because he plays for the Islanders, who aren't known for that flashy, fun offense, even though Barzal did score one of the Goal of the Year candidates. If you haven't seen it, absolutely filthy. Go watch it now. Anders Lee, top line power play as well, so he's getting the chances. Quietly has 11 goals. Last 2 games, he's getting the shots on goal. 4 shots on goal per his last 2 games. So give me Anders Lee against this Buffalo Sabres team that just does not look good at all. It was recently said during Hockey Night in Canada that the Buffalo Sabres are wide open to dealing. So that probably doesn't bode well in the locker room. Anders Lee, 2.5 shots. Give me the over. Minus 162 is what I want there. And then I'm going to go to Andrei Svechnikov. Over the last 4 games, this guy has 3 shots, 4 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots. We're hoping the pattern continues. Now with the Panthers, their defense is pretty much a defense that is focused on offensive generation, and the Panthers don't look great defensively over the last few games. They're giving up an average of 32 shots against. Give me Svechnikov. Guy loves to fire the puck, loves to get in the zone and just rip it from wherever, whenever. 2.5 shots, minus 143. I will dabble in that. So Alex DeBrincat was easy money against Detroit. You just went to him there, and you just kept going to him because it was the Detroit Red Wings, and they're not the greatest hockey team ever. But then he continued that performance against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, I am all aboard just riding DeBrincat until the streak runs out, because that top line of DeBrincat, Pius Suter, and Patrick Kane are part of the reason why Chicago looked pretty good in the Central Division after looking like they were doomed with all the injuries in the preseason, without a clear number one goalie. Lankinen has stepped up. So give me DeBrincat 2.5 shots, minus 195. We will go there. And then Brady Tkachuk. I love the way Brady plays hockey. 3.5 shots. Yes, he has the hit 4 here, minus 118. But Tkachuk leads the league in shots. We usually look to guys like Pacioretty who just shoot the puck all the time, and just whenever they get it on their stick, they fire it. And that's plain and simple what Brady Tkachuk does. Plus, he's not afraid to go in front of the net, and it's pretty easy to just whack at the puck in front of the goaltender and get 2 quick shots off in succession. It's pretty much what Alexander Ovechkin was doing in the game he got 8 shots a couple nights ago, is just jumping on his own rebounds, and he was able to reach that 8-shot mark there. Over his last 5 games, Brady Tkachuk has had 6 shots 3 times and is averaging 5 shots a game over his last 5. So Tkachuk, give me that. I will go to that any day of the week. One of my favorite shot props. And until we see his 3.5 get juiced up a little more, 3.5 minus 118 is A-OK with me. Now let's move over to the NBA All-Star Game, where really it's a lot of fun to just watch, but there are a few stats and a few outliers that I thought we could jump on here at the Mayo Media Network. Now it's Team LeBron against Team Durant. There is no Kevin Durant playing, so that's A, one big advantage. And B, I don't really buy into this that much, but I thought I'd bring it up with you guys. Team LeBron is 3-0 since they started doing this fantasy draft style kind of thing. 1, I don't think LeBron likes losing and having his name associated with losing. And 2, he drafted such a stellar team this year. His starters are LeBron James himself, Giannis, Curry, Doncic, and Jokic. Just absolutely disgusting. Filthy. And then for the other team, Team Durant, it's Beal, Embiid, Irving, Leonard, Tatum, which is pretty good. I mean, at the end of the day, these guys are all all-stars, and Embiid is in the running for MVP right now and should be in the lead for it. But I just think Team LeBron is way deeper and has more scoring threats to just fire on command. And if they try to do all of that funky shit, that they have the players that are more likely to pull it off and have a bit of fun with it. I mean, you're not going to see Kawhi Leonard go out and try to do something batshit crazy, but you will see Steph try and jack up a deep 3, and if it goes in, it goes in. And chances are it'll probably go in. I mean, we'll talk about Steph later, and it doesn't hurt that Dame is coming off the bench for Team LeBron. So we're going to take Team LeBron on the money line, and we're going to take them as the first team to score at plus 106. I saw that, and I got to jump on that immediately because I could just see something stupid happening. But again, it's the NBA All-Star Game. Let's have a bit of fun with it. Minus 175 is a bit to pay, but we're just going to go for a little laugh here. Now, if you listen to the Fantasy Hockey Picks and Bets show, you are familiar with prizepicks.com. It doesn't matter what day of the week you listen to the show, we've always got prize picks for you. Let's incorporate that here into the Sunday Best Bet show as well. You go over to prizepicks.com, use promo code MMN, and Prize Picks will give you up to $100 match deposit bonus if you just use that code. Again, the code is MMN. You can find everything else in the description and find a link and get over there and get that money. But we're going to do a little more of a fun kind of thing over at Prize Picks. We're going to go look at the NBA three-point contest and the dunk contest. And now how the scoring works for this is the dunk contest points happens. It's dunk 1 score plus dunk 2 score, and it's a max of 100 there. And for the three-point contest, it's your round total. So a regular ball is just 1 point. The money ball is 2 points. And they have this weird-ass green Mountain Dew ball that's worth 3 points that plays directly into Steph Curry's favor. So let's chat about Mr. Steph Curry. Steph is Steph. There's not much more we really need to say other than Steph Curry is just a madman. We only need him to get 28 points. You can get a max of 40 points in a single round. We need him to get 28. The deep balls are in what I like to call Steph Curry range, which is 6 feet behind the three-point line. And if he hits a couple of those, we've seen him hit them casually, then we're in business. It's just the rest of the balls that weirdly I'm more worried about than the deep balls, because I don't think Steph wants to miss the super deep balls compared to the shorter ones. So 27.5, I really think this line should be at about 31, 32.5. So we just need 28. Give me that right now. Now, another guy that we're going to talk about here is Cassius Stanley. Now, Stanley is, for lack of a better term, nuts. 6'5", and his max vertical at Duke actually broke Zion's record, which is nuts to me. He has a 44-inch vert, and he got that at the combine, and then he actually DQ'd on one of his jumps at 47 inches, which would have been the longest and the highest. It's ridiculous to me. If you've ever watched this guy dunk, he can get up so high that you worry about him smacking his head off the backboard. If you haven't seen it, honestly, go to YouTube and type in Cassius Stanley Duke top 5 dunks or top 10 dunks. This guy is an absolute madman. What we're going to do here, 95.5 points. I think he wins this thing flat out, so I'm not afraid to go to him here. We're going to take the over at prizepicks.com. So let's recap everything that we got going on. Over at the top of the show, we talked about the Predators and the Stars. We're going to take the Stars money line. We're going to take the Stars puck line. Shot props, we're going Anders Lee, Andrei Svechnikov, Alex DeBrincat, and Brady Tkachuk. And then for the All-Star game, we're going Team LeBron money line. We're going Team LeBron to score first. And then at prizepicks.com, we're doing Steph Curry, and we're doing Cassius Stanley. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me on this Sunday before you get your bets in and listening to Best Bets. And again, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, leave a 5-star review, and leave a comment below on what your favorite bet is. Let's chat it out. Let's figure out what you guys are playing over here at the Mayo Media Network. And until next Sunday, we'll see you later.